It's quarterfinal day of the 2013 World Junior Hockey Championship, and the host team Russia takes on Switzerland, with the winner taking on Sweden in the semifinals tomorrow. Referees are Pavel Hodek of the Czech Republic and Michael Nord from Sweden. The linesmen are from Finland and Estonia. And there's the head coach of the Swiss, 52-year-old Sean Simpson from Brampton, Ontario. A former Ottawa 67. He's also the head coach of the Swiss men's national team. And Mikhail Varnikov was a longtime member of the old Soviet national team, playing their great clubs in the late 70s and early 80s. His son Mikhail also plays in the KHL. Starting goalies are brought to you by Chevrolet, safe and fun hockey. 18-year-old Melvin Neifler has played some games in the Swiss A-League this year for Zurich. And Andrei Vasilevsky gets the call for the Russians. He got a 41-save shutout in his last start against Germany. Now, Andrei Makarov, who played the games against the U.S. and Canada, had a very poor pre-tournament outing against the Swiss just days before the tournament began. He gave up 4 goals in the first period in a wild game. The Russians won 7-5. Kucherov trying to flip that ahead for Anton Khokhlachev. And Kucherov back with it to plays offside at the Swiss line.
Probably the most effective of the Russian forwards in this tournament has been Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov plays in Rouen with one of the Swiss forwards, Sven Andrighetto. They play on the same line, number 22. So the two of them play together, very familiar with each other, and both of them among the leaders offensively for their team.
A sign of the changing times in international hockey, Ray, when a Russian forward and a Swiss forward are line mates for a team in the Canadian Hockey League. Now busting in for Switzerland was Mike Kucherov, and Kosov standing at center ice has a breakaway. Kosov gets a shot away, and defending him was Elliot Antonetti, the 6'6" Swiss defenseman who somehow managed to hold off that rush
all by himself. Now, he gets chased down by Antonetti, and you see him crash awkwardly into the boards. The Swiss are very concerned about the middle of the ice, the neutral zone. This is where they want to try and control the Russian speed.
In comes Yakubov, shoots off the outside of the goal. And the Kucherov drops it back, and the shot by Bertschy, save made by Vasilevsky. The puck's loose at the side of the goal and still in play. Spins back in the corner. Maxim Shalunov, who was suspended 1 game early in the tournament for a high sticking double minor he took in the game against Slovakia. Now Shalunov taken down to the side of the Swiss goal, and a crease violation is being called, and a penalty coming up against the Swiss.
This starts off with an excellent side-to-side cycle by the Russians. You see the penalty in the slot as Sigarov gets knocked over. So Russia will take their power play, which has 3 power play goals, went 0 for 2 against Canada. They get the game's first chance. Which has really been quite surprising.
Not just 3 goals, but 2 of them huge. The overtime winner against the Slovaks in the opening of the first goal. The 2-1 win, but now Bertschy with a steal, short-handed Bertschy! Oh, what a save by Vasilevsky. Slides that across to Yakubov. He goes back to Nesterov. Long wrist shot, kicked away there by Neifler. Here's Yakubov with it. Nesterov, Yakubov. Slides it down to Khokhlachev. Works his way out in front. Khokhlachev shoots, scores! Alexander Khokhlachev, power play goal, and the Russians lead 1-0.
Not a great goal by Khokhlachev. This is one that has to be stopped. But moments earlier, the breakaway, you see Bertschy's stick hit the pad of Vasilevsky, and it rolls wide. Yakubov and Khokhlachev play catch. And this one is not a great goal, as I mentioned. Khokhlachev's shot squeezes through the arm and pad of Neifler. And Russia has the 1-0 lead on the power play special.
Andrighetto tries to center. Kuzma loose in front and hopped over his stick. Chris crossing with Bertschy. Bertschy worked out in front of it. Miller, a teammate of Ryan Murray, who would have played for Team Canada if not for injury. Miller tees it up. Vasilevsky to save. He couldn't corral the rebound. It was moved ahead by Sergeyev. Now the Russians break in 3-on-2. Drop pass. Shalunov handled the shot. And now spinning and shooting is Kapustin. unforgettable game that was, ended by the golden goal by Mika Zibanejad. But the Swiss not done yet, and that shot by Lino Marchini went just wide. Now Zharkov drops it at the line, but the play is offside. And a penalty being called against Switzerland's Dario Simeon for roughing at the end of that play. And so the Russians are back on the power play, but they're going to call that a hand pass.
There's Albert Yarulin on the bench. He was slashed by Simeon far behind the play. There's the slash on the hand as it's
to Kucherov. Khokhlachev, the other member of this forward line for the Russians. And Khokhlachev drops it back to Kucherov. Grigorenko winds his way and shoots and missed far side. Albert Yarulin. Turns over the puck, scores! Short-handed goal. Christoph Bertschy. And just like that, Bertschy, who had a great chance a moment ago, ties it up with a short-handed goal.
Everybody in the building knows the puck's going to get dropped here to Yakupov, but they miscue it, and Bertschy just walks in and tees this up over the glove of Vasilevsky. The last power play, Bertschy missed a breakaway. Here, short-handed, he beats Vasilevsky, and it's 1-1.
They have a history in this tournament, the Swiss do, of hanging around, and they have given the big teams tough games over the years in this competition.
They don't seem to have anybody that strays from it, and Sean Simpson was telling us that they have more offensive guys this year than they've had in the past.
That Yakupov rush is stymied, and back they come again. The teams are back even straight. Big shot taken there by Lino Marchini, and the rebound bounced just wide. Again, as Khokhlachev feeds out ahead, that long shot by Robin Leone, and easily by Vasilevsky. Now a chance in front again, and Lucas Balmelli with the great bounce off the sideboards, and Vasilevsky had to make another quick save.
I believe there's a penalty coming up here somewhere. Looks like Kapustin is going to get the gate for slashing.
Terrible bounce in the corner.
There's been some odd bounces here. From the end boards, we've talked about it all tournament, Gord, about how they puck trampolines off those end boards. And as Kapustin, who has taken some bad penalties in this tournament, sits in the box, the Swiss get their first power play.
He took a 2-10 with a minute and a half to go in the game against the U.S. with the Russians clinging to a 2-1 lead. Now busting in, Khokhlachev shorthanded rolls that in front, and that's swept away by Neifler. Down to Andrighetto. Now Marchini with a shot that got blocked by Yakupov. He's away short-handed. Yakupov works his way in, and hustling back there was Steve Kukan to take away a scoring chance. Bertschy. Yakupov feeds it back to Serra. Back to the other side. Grigorenko walks in. Oh, what a save by Neifler. Walks in and shoots. There's a save with the crest. More traditional style of save there. And now Kucherov down to Grigorenko. Feeds it back, and the shot taken by Sergeyev, but his stick blew up. Grigorenko walks out in front, slides it back to Kucherov, and now Yarulin with a shot. Not sure who that pass was for, but Yarulin got the shot away. Khokhlachev across to Grigorenko, who missed that one-timer. The puck went over his stick and up and out of play.
Wild moments in front of Melvin Neifler in the Swiss goal. Here's the stop on Grigorenko. Now he's at his mercy, but he keeps the barrel roll going and he makes the pad save. Now, Dykhoff is doing, this is the old Sean Avery. He's facing the goaltender. So Neifler puts his glove right in his mouth to back him out of there. Lucky he didn't get called for it. Very lucky. You can't see it.
Yakupov down for Khokhlachev, back for Yarulin, and that shot staggered Sven Andrighetto, who got in the way of it. Andrighetto is laboring noticeably. 30 seconds to go in this power play. Andrighetto can barely move. Yakupov, Nesterov, Yakupov shoots. That was blocked by Baltusberger. The puck through the line, but not out. And Andrighetto stranded out there. Yakupov shoots, saved by Neifler. Rebound, and Neifler dumps it out of the air. As Zharkov had a great chance.
A couple of great blocks here by the Swiss. The first one by Andrighetto, as you mentioned, Gord. Yarulin pounds as he gets it on the inside of the foot. This is absolutely killing him right here. But then as Yakupov moves to the middle, there's the underager, Phil Baltisberger, not eligible till the 2014 draft.
And the TSN production crew on this Wednesday night. Nesterov with a shot. And Neifler makes the save. The rebound is still loose, and it's squirted away from Andre Segarra. Lines that back. Archini sends it across. Oh, one-time chance there for Andrighetto off the side of the goal.
To the left of Vasilevsky, Bertschy makes a great look, and he's got the one-timer. He has to get it on goal only, as Vasilevsky is stuck. He's bought the fake.
Bertschy. Bertschy. Teeing up with the shot taken by Christian Marty, deflects off the body of Khokhlachev, up and out of play. Lucas Sieber works his way in for the Swiss, feeds it back in front. And Kucherov knocked that away. Now Grigorenko feeds ahead to Khokhlachev for it. Khokhlachev and Mueller hustling back on in. Khokhlachev drops it. Diakov feeds it, but Grigorenko fired it wide. There was no penalty, by the way, at the end of the period, so the teams begin the second 5-on-5. Yakupov lines that down to Zharkov. Wrapped around try, save made by Neifler. Archinis peels back and throws that through the crease, and now Grigorenko's got Kucherov streaking ahead. In comes Kucherov! And again, from behind, Elliot Antonetti, the 6'6" Swiss defenseman, takes a scoring chance away without taking a penalty. Grigorenko back in, works it, slides it across. Oh, what a chance! Khokhlachev off the side of the goal. And Neifler might have got a piece of that. Back with it, steps around Ness. Down in the corner for Grigorenko. Drops it off for Khokhlachev. In, shoots, and Neifler saw that through traffic and made the save.
Sean Simpson told us before the game that the middle of the ice was crucial for the Swiss. Well, they give it away twice. There, Kucherov's in, and Antonetti comes back to break it up, but Antonetti can't get up in the play here, so Grigorenko pounds Elliot Antonetti. Here he gets back on Kosov in the first period, and now he's going to get back here on Kucherov in the second period.
Slides that down at the line. Antonetti can't hold it. Look out, here they come again. Shaluna. 2-on-1 with Segarra. Shaluna stands on the shot, and a penalty coming up. Yakupov winds his way in, throws it back door. That pass missed Nesterov. Now for Kucherov. Now Diakov comes drifting into the slot. Grigorenko taps it down. Kucherov. Across he goes. And Khokhlachev with a shot and a crease violation. And they're actually going to call interference against the Russian. I believe Diakov, the defenseman who moves up on the power play, is going to go off.
So here's Diakov in the first. Here's this ridiculous screening play by him. It's now a 4-on-4 as he's got his rear end facing where the puck is. I just don't get the strategy. Here he is in the first period, and after Neifler had enough, he stuck him in the mouth with his glove. So he'll go to the penalty box for interference, shot off the rear end.
Kucherov works his way in. It's 4-on-4 now. As Mueller steps in front of him, Kucherov feeds it back to the Blenko. Paracy goes, Sergeyev with a shot, and the rebound cleared away, and out, back on it. 2 seconds away from the Swiss getting the power play for just over a minute. Andrighetto down for Mueller, walks in, Mueller shoots, and Vasilevsky makes the save as the penalty expires. And the Swiss player Mueller got thrown down, and this will be a penalty. It looks as though against Zharkov, in that case, 2-man advantage for the Swiss for over a minute.
Now this is a terrible penalty here now by Zharkov. And Gord, after they lost to Canada, the Russians were really disappointed. As now he's going to have to, Mueller, go clean the snow out of his cage. But they were very disappointed in their game against Canada on New Year's Eve, and they said they were going to play with so much more discipline.
Simeon back in front. Bertschy with a shot. He missed high.
they've got a couple of decent size guys. Simeon's pretty good size, but he looks like he's way older, and he looks like he's about a foot taller than everybody else.
Now a chance to score! Grigorenko! His first of the World Junior gives the Russians a 2-1 lead.
There's the first of the tournament for Mikhail Grigorenko, who has been the most dangerous forward along with Kucherov. The Swiss have the puck, and they just slap it around the boards. There's no one there. The puck is shoveled to the front of the net, and there's some traffic in front of Neufler. Grigorenko intercepts the shot here. It's just shot at the net by Kucherov. Grigorenko picks it up with his backhand, and after killing off the 5-on-3, Russia has a 2-1 lead.
Racing forward is Kunzla for the Swiss, but it's picked out. Yakov with his shot, steered away by Neufler. Guerrero's pass was intercepted by Yakov, and now reaching in there was Andrighetto, and a penalty coming to the Swiss. Andrighetto's gone to the Swiss bench, but will soon be pulled off. Vasilevsky slowly makes his way to the Russian bench for the extra attacker. Kapustin works his way. We may have a second penalty here.
That's going to be on Shalunov for interference, so there goes the Russian power play. So up in the neutral zone, Andrighetto gets the call, and then Shalunov knocks over the Swiss defender, and so it's now going to be 4-on-4.
Andrighetto got a stern warning from the official for chirping about that penalty. Moves out ahead, and Ness looks for it, but Martin Ness had it knocked away. Now brought back in by Dario Simeon. Drops it off for Guerra. And the puck loose in front, a great chance, score! Martin Ness ties it up. 2-2.
Gord, when Ness was going to the net, nobody on the Russian side noticed he was there. Everybody was staring at the puck. And so when Simeon drops the puck here to Guerra, look how open he is. He didn't handle the puck even clean here. Khokhlachev and Khokhlachev ran together. So Ness just goes to the front of the net. He's just standing there. Vasilevsky makes the save, and on the spinning shot, it's 2-2. He's this wide open in front of the net.
There's a long shot taken by Kucherov that Vasilevsky had to be careful with. He outplayed the Swiss for long stretches. You kept waiting for him to break the game open, and it never happened.
Wasn't that Benjamin Cons?
Yeah.
Kept it in tight.
Now Bertschy in shoots, and Vasilevsky somehow hangs on to that.
Well, that advance report on Bertschy about him being able to skate. Wow, he scooped. He comes in off the wing here, finds a little crease, and the Russian defense has been backed off by a net drive at the far end, and Vasilevsky has to make the stop.
Khokhlachev and Sharkov are away. Khokhlachev sends it back, and right Sharkov, a backhand shot that flipped high in the air. Yakupov for Deblenko. Now Khokhlachev on it. Alex Khokhlachev open the scoring for the Russians. Khokhlachev for Sharkov. Centers it, Yakupov shoots, and a penalty coming to Guerra for the Swiss. A serious groin injury that caused him to miss almost the whole year. Now Serra knocks down that killing attempt. Serra winds his way in. Oh, what a save with the stick of Neufler. Now for Kucherov. Yakov coming in. Will he do that? Takes the goalie bit again.
Oh, look at this. He's going to face out where the puck is.
Now Yakov pushes away. Hit the goal post. Grigorenko hit the post.
Now, if he was facing the goalie, that play couldn't happen.
Now Grigorenko shovels it across to Yakov.
To get it to him, couldn't. Then he went offside. Here's that first save. All kinds of help, but it's Neufler with the save. And then Yakov, who's now facing the puck, is actually part of the power play. Catches the pass, drops it through his feet. Grigorenko hits the goal post.
First it was Simeon who falls. And Marchini goes looking for it. Now a centering pass. Kucherov walks in, shoots. He fired that high and wide. And it's chipped in by Marchini. Now Richard with the steal. He finds Andrighetto. Works in, puts it. Oh, a great chance there for Richard. He tapped it wide. Kucherov back through the middle for Andrighetto. Now Andrighetto picks his way in. Long shot, scores! That looked in. Must have been posted out. Bertschy thought it was in, but it was posted out. Ooh, what a chance that was. Now back the other way, Kucherov spins and shoots, that goes wide.
Wow, the Swiss have not been boring at this tournament, have they?
Kucherov, nifty move around the Blanco, walks in and shoots, he fires that wide. And Bertschy back on it. Bertschy slides that down the pass in behind Andrighetto. And now finally the puck goes up and out of play with 1:45 to go in the second period.
Swiss coach Sean Simpson told us before the game that they have much more skill on their team. Now, here's the wrist shot by Andrighetto. Beats Vasilevsky. Not only does it hit the post, as we'll see here, but it goes straight across the goal line. Doesn't hit him. A break for the Russians. Now, each team here in a 2-2 game has hit the post in the last 3 minutes.
Kucherov is away, along with Khokhlachev. Khokhlachev across the Kucherov, a backhand shot, and Neifler makes the stop as the Russians go up the ice in about 6 seconds.
Well, this line has generated tons of chances throughout this tournament. Khokhlachev across to Kucherov, who wants to go up with the backhand. He doesn't get it up.
Still now by Kucherov. Khokhlachev trying that backdoor pass. Ness got the stick down. Grigorenko had a tap in otherwise. Now Kucherov back with it. Slides it back in front. And Grigorenko was taken down. Well, he's flying all over the ice now. There is a penalty coming here. Going to be a holding call. And it's going to go against Khokhlachev. Khokhlachev wins the draw back for Mironov. Now a chance shorthanded for Zharkov. Working his way in. Zharkov being defended there well by Marchini. Well, one semifinal matchup is set. We'll have Canada against the United States tomorrow. Our coverage starts at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific period with a long power play, including a 1-minute 5-on-3. Bertschy, long shot. Vasilevsky's got that.
Well, there's going to be a tripping penalty called here after Bertschy shot the puck.
Is it your ruling?
Oh, they're going to call it a knee.
Wow.
On Ness, is it Nesterov? Going to the box, so a second 5-on-3. Right in the middle of the ice. Oh, that's a terrible call. That is a terrible call on Nesterov. And the Russians are down 2 men. It's a hip into the hip of the Swiss player.
5-on-3. 23 seconds left in the period. And a scramble draw poked out by Richard. Back for Kuka. Marchini to Kuka. Richard drops it down. Andrighetto fan of the shot. 10 seconds to go in the period. Andrighetto. Back goes to Kuka. Drops it down to Richard. Trying to slide that across. Now he does. Time winding down. Marchini with a shot. And Vasilevsky knocks it away. It'll be 46 seconds more of 5-on-3 to carry over to the third period for the Swiss on these two-man advantages.
2 times offside in the second period.
Now Simeon works his way in, shoots Vasilevsky, a point-blank save. Now they're in. Bertschy. Guerra. Back to Guerra with a drive that deflects down, loose in front, the shot blocked. Off the stick of Leon. Takes the return pass. And now Kuka. Back for Marchini. Drops it down to Richard. Back to Kuka with a wrist shot. Vasilevsky to save.
2 good stops so far.
And the penalized player Nesterov is back on the ice. Richard. Penalty killer's exhausted for the Russians. Andrighetto works out in front. Vasilevsky down. The puck is loose. No one at the point.
Tanner Richard finds Kukan at the point. Excellent blocker save by Vasilevsky. And then here is the block. This one by Khokhlachev. If if Russia wins this game, they can look at their 5-on-3 penalty kill and say they deserve a big chunk of the credit. Excellent work.
Guerra gets it back. In comes Bertschy. Drops it back. Marty's shot was deflected wide by Khokhlachev. Marty feeds it across to Guerra. Now Guerra's long wrist shot goes high off the glass. Dribbles down in front. Out the line by Guerra. Feeds it across. Marty rips that wide. Guerra back on it. Now shoots, and through the screen of Simeon, Vasilevsky makes the save.
They get the puck to the net, but Vasilevsky freezes the puck. Khokhlachev, as I've mentioned, has just been terrific on the penalty kill. He missed a penalty shot in the third period against Canada. Here's another block. That's his second of the period.
Andrighetto walks out of the corner. Feeds in front, Kuzma with a shot. Rebound, loose on the side of the goal. Richard couldn't reach it. Richard peels back and now slides it ahead for Andrighetto. Walking in, shoots, and Vasilevsky has a glove save. Racing ahead is Grigorenko. Wins that race to the puck. Feeds it in front, and now it's knocked away. But at the line, Mironov shoots and went all the way down the line. Before the start of the period, Ray, the Swiss are going to open this academy that we've talked about. For young players with critical skill as Yakupov fires it wide. Khokhlachev tries to center it. Yarulin down for Khokhlachev. He's taken down, and Mueller's going to get a penalty. Mirko Mueller will go off. And the Russians will get a power play. A high slot the defenseman. And Sergeyev down for Slepyshev. Shoots! And that slap pass for Kucherov misfired. By the way, Kucherov. That pass in the middle knocked away, and a chance now short-handed for Neuschwander. Neuschwander in, shoots, and Vasilevsky had to make the save and looking for the rebound.
Clearly room for him to drive the net.
Delayed off. Up ahead for Kosov. He's taken down, looks back at the official, there's no penalty. Now back the other way is Andrighetto. His shot blocked, rebound, Andrighetto scores! Sven Andrighetto has given the Swiss their first lead 9 minutes into the third period.
Andrighetto's shot is blocked. He picks up the rebound and then goes shelf over top of Vasilevsky. And Sven Andrighetto, who has 50 points in 28 games with Rouen in the Quebec Hockey League, roofs this up top on Vasilevsky. You see it hit the back bar. They'll review it, but our look is a perfect one. That's a 3-2 Swiss lead.
It's not a shorthanded goal. It came just as the penalty expired. But the Swiss lead for the first time.
Well, if there wasn't enough pressure on the Russians before, there is now.
Sometimes being at home is not an advantage.
You see Sean Simpson reminding his team, remain focused here. Don't get too excited. Yes, you have the lead here, or you will have it shortly when the number goes up on the board. But you just have to play. Don't change anything. The worst thing the Swiss can do here, Gord, is fall back and try to defend around their goaltender. Keep pressuring the puck the way they have. Their system has been terrific for 49 minutes. There's no need to change it now. Here's a look at it again. You see it hit that back bar. But they'll make sure.
Sven Andrighetto, the 19-year-old. Another one of the small Swiss forwards. And the goal counts. 3-2, Swiss lead. They haven't put it on the board yet. Now they have. And Mueller has it. Mueller turns the puck over to Yakupov. In comes Dale Yakupov. Stopped point blank by Neifler. And the Swiss fire it down, and that'll be icing.
Yakupov has a great scoring chance. It starts when he wanders past the forecheck, but he comes back. So this is the good and the bad of Yakupov. He goes past Mueller behind the net.
3 of them first-round picks. Kucherov works his way in, drops that back in front. Slepyshev skated by the puck. Nesterov had that pass intercepted by Richard. Andrighetto knocked it down neatly at center ice. with Kuzma. Now Andrighetto, another great move. Flips that to the side of the goal. Vasilevsky had to squeeze the post and knock that away.
What a tricky little play by Andrighetto as he tried to short side surprise Vasilevsky with a little chip backhander.
In comes Slepyshev. Slepyshev shoots. And Neifler squeezes that and hangs on. And record another stunning upset over the Russians. Khokhlachev lead pass to Serra. Icing wave down, but Serra goes in for it. Plays it deep the end of the corner. Walks out in front. He's taken down. There's no penalty.
For the Swiss, he skated miles on the ice.
He's probably got another mile more to go here tonight. Yakupov back out there. Nesterov leaves it for Diakov. And Bertschy is out there to forecheck. Khokhlachev walks in and shoots. That's off the leg. Simeon waiting for it. Bertschy streaking ahead, and Bertschy now in across the line into the skates. And the pass is offside as Bertschy couldn't hold his ground.
Gord, watch where Nail Yakupov goes here. He looks like $1 million. The puck's not here. So he goes back to his zone. Guess what? The puck's on the other side of center ice. No wonder he's not a factor in the game. Go where the puck is. Go where the rush is going. It's really hard to believe what you're watching from Yakupov. It's like he's mentally screwed himself into the ground here. He's trying so hard to be the guy instead of one of the guys, and as a result, that line has been ineffective.
For the puck. Now, Kucherov trying to slide that back for Diakov, who gives him stink eye because the pass missed. Knocked down in the head by Cedar. Loose puck in front, and a great chance there for Balmelli. He's turned away. And Grigorenko comes back the other way with Slepyshev and Kucherov. Under 2 to go in the third period. Grigorenko pulls away for this. No goal! Slepyshev says no goal. They're going to look at it on video review, but there may be a penalty coming as well to the Swiss. Now, was the net dislodged before the puck went in?
We'll get a look at it. If Russia ties this game up, you can go to the save by Vasilevsky just moments before. There you see the net is off before the puck crosses the goal line. Excellent rush by Grigorenko on the pass out wide. He drives the net. Slepyshev puts it in the net. There's the net off its moorings. And just prior to that rush, game-ending chance for Balmelli. Excellent leg save, left pad save by Vasilevsky. As the crowd is hopeful, they'll count this. The net is clearly off before the puck crosses the goal line.
That ref is saying goal. His opinion doesn't count. So 1:56 to go. We're going to have a no-goal call here, but a Russian power play. Now, from what we've seen from Varnikov and limited experience with his team trailing, he delays pulling his goaltender. He waited a long time in the Canada game before pulling Makarov.
You have to be, in a sense, more careful pulling the goalie when you have the power play, because they can shoot it from the far end of the ice. You already have a man advantage. You have to be set here that you have control and get the sixth man out.
And here's the call. No goal. So a face-off in the Swiss zone and a power play for the Russians. They send out Grigorenko, Slepyshev, Kucherov, Yarulin, and Diakov. And remember, Yarulin was the man who scored the overtime goal in the power play against the Slovaks. He's got 3 goals in the tournament, all on the power play.
No Nesterov, no Yakupov, no Khokhlachev.
Yakov slides that down, cross ice pass to Kucherov. Now Yarulin with a drive, and Neifler sees that and hangs on. Now Slepyshev will take the draw on the other side, scrambled. Kucherov gets it back to Diakov. Diakov for Grigorenko, lots of traffic in front, shoots, bounces, puck, Kucherov scores! Nikita Kucherov! Bedlam in Ufa!
the first period. And Nikita Kucherov is fourth of the tournament. Grigorenko shovels this to the front of the net, and it bounces around. It actually hits the defenseman Christian Marty in front of the net right here, and it bounces to Kucherov, who just slaps at it, and he rifles it past the goaltender. I think Shalanov's happy. The fans are. The Russians have equaled the score on the power play, and the building exploded as Nikita Kucherov tied the score.
Here they come again. Now Yakupov's line is on. Yakupov with his deal. Couldn't get a shot away. Dale Yakupov kicks it ahead. 3-3, 1:25 to go. Yakupov loose in front. He's sent flying. And the Swiss are able to clear the puck out. 3 years to the day after the Swiss upset the Russians in Saskatoon. Slepyshev works in front. Slepyshev back with it. Tries to slide that in the corner for Grigorenko, who's back out there. Grigorenko pulls his way in front. Out of the corner for Kucherov. Yaka. Long wrist shot. That's kicked away. And Mueller leads the rush for the Swiss. Up it goes for Richard, who will bounce that down to the Russian zone. Russian crowd, which spent most of the period chewing its nails, is back up cheering now. Final second of the period. Slepyshev for Yakupov. Yakupov works it back. Long shot by Slepyshev. The puck's just wide. Somehow, Neifler able to keep that out, and it ticked off the post in the dying seconds of regulation time. What a moment and a chance for the Russians to win it in regulation. But for the 4th consecutive game, the Swiss are going to overtime, this time with a berth in the semifinal at stake. 3-3 the score, sudden death overtime, and maybe a shootout next. Yakupov comes steaming ahead off the face-off win. Knocked away from him. Yakupov gets it back, shoots. That was blocked. And Richard. And back the other way comes Khokhlachev. Khokhlachev drops it for Yakupov. Yakupov works his way in. Backhands out in front. It's knocked away. Khokhlachev back for Yakupov. Losing the side of the goal. To Grigorenko. Grigorenko long wrist shot. Rebound. Loose in front. Penalty coming up. As Khokhlachev was reaching for the puck and taken down, the Russians will get a power play in overtime.
The long wrist shot, and Khokhlachev has the rebound. The hooking call there on Christian Marty. Saved by Neifler. He doesn't control the rebound by leaving that rebound there. Marty's in the wrong spot on the ice.
Back for Yarulin. Hard pass, Khokhlachev. Shot by Yakupov, and his stick exploded on him, and he throws the butt end away in disgust.
And then Khokhlachev tripped on the broken end of his stick over here.
In comes Slepyshev, tees it up, he hammered it wide. Off the inboards, Mueller fires it down, and what a game. The teams are back to even strength. In comes Slepyshev, backhand shot, Neifler the save. Mueller clears the rebound, just on for Richard. And Tanner Richard peels back. Off the bench, Anthony shoots past Vasilevsky to save. Loose puck in front. They whack away at it. Through the middle to Slepyshev along with Khokhlachev. Slepyshev, backhand shot, he put it wide. Now Bertschy thrown down. Back at the line, Marty with a shot that's blocked. Yakupov with a race to the loose puck. He's got Khokhlachev with him. Yakupov, Khokhlachev, Yakupov works it in, loose puck in front. Here's a chance. Yakupov shoots, and Neifler made a save. Now Simeon plays it ahead for Ness. He falls. In comes Khalenov. Khalenov shoots, and Neifler on the leg save. Khokhlachev with it. Under a minute to go now in overtime. Mueller. In comes Nesterov. And Nikita Nesterov was poke checked. Now Slepyshev in deep for it. Khokhlachev works his way in. Slepyshev works it down low. Final seconds of the period. Drops it back. Yarulin long wrist shot that's tipped wide by Slepyshev. Final seconds, Slepyshev won't get a shot away, and this game is going to a shootout. And the winner of that will face the Swedes in the semifinals tomorrow. Tanner Richard will shoot first for the Swiss. He's 0 for 1 in the Ontario League for Guelph this year, 0 for 1 here as well.
He's got 3 goals on the season in Guelph. He's a playmaker, 36 assists. Here he goes.
Here comes Richard on Vasilevsky. Fired it wide. And also, after the third round, if it's still tied, they reverse the order.
Vasilevsky didn't buy one of the deeks. He stayed right in the middle of the net.
Here comes Grigorenko. 29 goals in the Quebec League this year, but he's been struggling in shootouts. 0 for 3.
When I think of him on a shootout, I think of a deke using his reach, pulling the smaller goaltender out of position.
Grigorenko in on Neifler. Stop.
I think you've got a smaller goaltender, you can move him side to side. Grigorenko decides to go from his backhand to his forehand in a quick shot, and Neifler stays with him, right pad stop. And you knew for certain that Bertschy was going to be one of the Swiss shooters, and here he comes.
He's missed twice in shootouts in the tournament so far. Christoph Bertschy to give the Swiss the lead.
Gord, that's the exact same move he used on his first shorthanded breakaway. Fake, went to his forehand, tried to go out around Vasilevsky's long legs. Vasilevsky has taken it away. There was nowhere for that puck to go. And here comes Nail Yakupov.
The Russian captain with a chance to give his team the lead in round 2. Yakupov in on Neifler, stopped.
2 attempts, 2 low blocker, 2 right pad saves for Martin Neifler. Yakupov doesn't quite get it up high enough, and it's the top of the pad.
Sven Andrighetto 0 for 3 in the Quebec League this year on shootouts, 0 for 2 in this tournament. Andrighetto. Poke check by Vasilevsky.
While I would deke Neifler, I would shoot on Vasilevsky. He's too big. He stays back in the net. Andrighetto tries to poke check, or tries to go around him. He's poke check.
And now Kucherov with a chance to win it for the Russians. Nikita Kucherov and stop. Might have hit the post.
The Russians' best goal scorer in this tournament is Kucherov. He makes the deke and rings it off the goal post. So now, as you mentioned earlier, Gord, they will switch order here for round 4, and it's Grigorenko to head out first.
So Grigorenko, who was stopped in the first round, a chance to put the Russians in the lead. Scored! First successful shootout attempt this year for Grigorenko.
That's what I thought in the first round the big Grigorenko should do. Fake the smaller goaltender and use your reach. That's sweet hands for Grigorenko. And if Vasilevsky can make the save here on Bertschy, the Russians will go to the semis.
Here comes Bertschy. Vasilevsky scores! And the shootout is extended.
What a clutch play by Bertschy. Again, I think the attack on Vasilevsky has to be the shot. This is a perfect shot. I mean, Vasilevsky's given very little room. Bertschy hits the goal post and bounces it in.
Kucherov hit the post in round 3. Now trying to put the Russians ahead again. Backhand score!
Watch the freeze right there by Kucherov. He freezes Neifler, puts it in with the backhand.
And now they're going back to Bertschy on back-to-back attempts. He scored once on 3 tries for Brandon in the Western League. And Bertschy now to try to extend the shootout again. Bertschy, stop! Russia wins! And the whole team can exhale. The Russians are going on to beat sweep in the semifinals after getting all they could handle and more from the Swiss.
It was a little bit of a surprise that Andrei Vasilevsky got the start this evening. As it turns out, he's absolutely brilliant. Bertschy again, a deep. Bertschy tries to go around Vasilevsky. Look how he stays with it. And it's Russia and Sweden in the semifinals, but what a valiant effort by the Swiss.
Kucherov scored the tying goal late for the Russians. He gets the shootout winner and sends the Russians to a rematch of last year's gold medal game.